How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another top 5 Fakemon designs video. And you guys have so far seen me create 3 different types of videos, one being ghost type, dark type, and of course dragon type. And today we're going to do another type, which is, you guys can kind of, guess which is going to be by the title, and this is also suggested by you guys, and it's going to be the top 5 ice type fan-made Pokemon creations. Now, I do hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you do have any suggestions for Fakemon videos that are not related to actual typings and just general Fakemon videos that you'd like to see, then please let me know in the comments down below, and do also make sure to check out the designers in the description down below, because if it wasn't for them, then these videos would not be possible. That's it for the introduction, guys, and let's get started with this top 5 countdown video. Number 5. Now, starting on this list, it's going to be a design by Dark and Windy, who created a Pokemon called Grubber, which is a ice type, but the type, seriously, honestly, this Pokemon looks so sick. It has a sick combination with ice and bug typing, which is a combo we've never seen before, and I'd love to see that, man. Grubber evolves twice, and its second stage is essentially a cocoon, because this essentially, it is a bug type, so it would essentially turn into a cocoon, and the final evolution is a mighty queen-looking Pokemon called Himalayoth. And it kind of reminds me of Wespy Queen, if I'm going to be honest. And honestly, it does have that same style and finesse to it, like Wespy Queen, and it kind of does make it stand out, and I do love it though. And that's why this Fakemon comes in at number 5, everybody. Number 4. Now, coming in next is another design by Dark and Windy, who created a Pokemon called Poprez, which is a puppy that is a ice type. Now, this thing evolves twice, and its evolutions are Wolfreeze and Snowcami. And honestly, the final evolution, Snowcami, kind of reminds me of a Suicune with that majestic hair on its back, and that's essentially what it reminds me mostly of, and I do like that. And I'm very, very up for a potential Wolf Ice-type Pokemon. I'm really just would love to see that. I can't really think of any, Wolf Pokemon that we have, or any dog types that are actually Ice-typed. No, nothing comes to mind, if I'm going to be honest, but I do think this will be so sick. The design is really cool, and it starts out like most of the designs that I do mention in these videos. Sounds like pretty cute and kind of, non-crazy looking and non-hostile, but then it turns really badass and actually very, very majestic and mighty in the end, and this thing really does look nice, and having that whole Suicune thing going on, in my opinion, really, really does stand out well, and I do love it. That's why it's not number 4, but let's go to number 3. Number 3. Now, next up is a design by Smiley Fakemon, who created a Pokemon called Snoo, which is the cutest little Fakemon I have ever seen. This Fakemon looks so cute and fragile, like it is about to run away in fear from the tiniest little things happening. Like, imagine dropping a piece of wood right next to it. This thing would run away in fear and just be so adorable. It is described to be hiding in snow to avoid predators, and they apparently also live in snow all the time around it, and they live off of snow, which is really cool if I'm going to be honest to say. I think it is an adorable ice type, and it'll be so perfect. It does have an evolution, which also looks really, really fragile and just so cute, man. I love these cute Pokemon that are just generally very adorable and approachable and just so fragile and very, very almost weak looking, but I don't want to call them weak because they look so cool, man, and I'd love to have them. I want to see more cute and adorable and sweet looking Pokemon like this. Let's go to number 2. Number 2. Now, next up is actually another design by Smiley Fakemon, who created a Pokemon called Milakyle, which is a multi-leg Fakemon, and this thing is based on the Ilakmi, which is a little bug found in the US, which has over 750 legs. I do mention this thing being the type of Pokemon that would scavenge the snowy regions of Pokemon, essentially the Pokemon universe, and taking out little buggers and little other creatures and Pokemons for food, essentially. It actually looks a really cool design, and I would not mind having this. It is essentially a bug and ice typing as well, and like I said, we don't have that, so why not actually get something like this? I would not mind it, and honestly, looking at it, it looks like it would be perfect for these sort of things. Now again, it might not actually be a proper Pokemon for eating other Pokemon, but it still looks like it could be a predator, but then again, it could actually be very, very gentle and not so hostile, which could work, but then again, I do think it looks like a very scary Pokemon in general, and having, you know, being based on an actual creature that has 750 legs, well, that's a bit weird, because I'm not the biggest fan of actual real-life bugs, but I do like bug Pokemon. Either way, let's go to number 1. Number 1. And the final design coming in is going to be designed by MTC Studio, which is a Fakemon called Fossil, which is a ice type, which is actually a fossil Pokemon that has a ice and rock typing that also does look like a golem, or however you want to call these things. Its evolution gets actually 2 heads and looks quite larger, and it just looks like essentially a larger golem. And I do love that it has a lot of icy features and clearly shows that, you know, it kind of shows you instantly that this is a ice type Pokemon, which really is nice. I want to know, you know, when I come into Pokemon, that this thing is going to be an ice type. I want it to shine with its typing to show me that this is what it is, and this thing truly shows it. Having those rock parts and kind of them melting and actually having that rock typing to it really does make sense. And then having that melting ice that's, you know, see-through, it is so cool. It does remind me a bit of like Reggie Ice in a way, which, I mean, I wouldn't mind this. I wouldn't mind having a Pokemon that could compete with Reggie Ice for who's the better ice type. I honestly wouldn't mind that. And honestly, the design is really cool. And getting the extra head is not too bad. It kind of reminds me a bit of Weezing, but then again, it is a cool design, and that's why it's on number 1. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys, and I do hope you all enjoyed. Do also drop a like and also leave me a comment down below to let me know which of these designs was your favorite. And if you enjoyed the video, then also do me a favor and check out the description and check the links for these amazing artists and designers. They're all to be thanked for their amazing work. They're so good, man. But that's it for this video, guys. Feel free to subscribe for more videos. I'll catch you all the next time. Bye bye.